Hey, how chaps?
At the Oak Island Interpretive Center, Rick Lagina and his nephew Alex are meeting with Gary Drayton, archaeologist Laird Niven, and archaeometallurgist Emma Culligan.
All of this is coming from inside that circular feature.
For over 200 years, Oak Island has kept its secrets buried deep underground. Treasure hunters, explorers, and scientists have all tried and failed to solve the mystery. Until now, a powerful new quantum AI scan has revealed shocking results. Hidden tunnels, ancient texts.
Has the Oak Island team finally found the main flood tunnel? The one which searchers have been trying to locate and shut off for more than 2 centuries?
And a fortune in gold that no one ever imagined was real. Centuries of failed attempts. For more than 200 years, Oak Island has been the center of a mystery. This small island in Nova Scotia has attracted treasure hunters from all over the world. They believed something valuable was hidden under the ground. Pirate gold, secret manuscripts, or even treasures from the Knights Templar. But no one ever found the full truth. The earliest searchers used simple tools. They dug with shovels and picks, following strange signs and local stories. Some thought they had found a man-made pit. Others believed there were tunnels built to protect treasure. As time passed, the hunts grew bigger. In the 19th and 20th centuries, teams brought heavy equipment. They used pumps to clear flooding, drills to test the ground, and machines to dig deeper. Despite all these efforts, the results were always the same: small clues, but no treasure. Wooden platforms were discovered under the soil, set at regular depths. They looked as if someone placed them there on purpose, maybe to confuse searchers. A few Spanish coins were uncovered, giving hope of a lost ship's treasure. Pieces of parchment were found deep underground, sparking theories of hidden ancient texts.
Discovered writing on a charred 1,500-year-old piece of parchment using advanced digital imaging technology, although found 45 years ago in the same area where the biblical Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered. Until now, science wasn't advanced enough to reveal the ancient text.
These finds were exciting, but they were never enough to solve the mystery. Generation after generation, new explorers came with fresh ideas and strong belief. They were sure they would be the ones to succeed, but most ended in disappointment. Many groups lost their money and gave up. Others faced dangerous conditions: flooded tunnels, collapsing shafts, and near-death accidents. Oak Island became famous not just for the promise of treasure, but for the constant failures and risks that came with the search. For more than 2 centuries, people tried every method they could. They dug, drilled, pumped, and searched. Each time, the result was the same: hope, a small clue, and then defeat. It seemed the mystery of Oak Island would never be solved. But that was before new technology stepped in and changed everything. But everything was about to change. A new kind of machine was coming to Oak Island, one that could see things no human eye had ever seen before: the quantum AI technology. In late 2024, a breakthrough happened. A secretive technology company partnered with the Lagina brothers, the longtime explorers of Oak Island. The firm brought with it a device unlike anything ever used before in treasure hunting: a mobile quantum resonance scanner. This was not an ordinary machine. It was far more advanced than ground-penetrating radar, sonar, or drilling. The scanner was able to see below the surface in ways traditional tools never could. For the first time in history, Oak Island was going to be mapped at the atomic level. The partnership was kept quiet at first, but once the equipment was ready, the team began scanning key areas of the island. The technology is based on the strange rules of quantum physics. The scanner sends streams of subatomic particles deep into the ground. These particles interact with the atoms hidden below the surface. Every material, gold, stone, wood, or even empty air, has its own unique vibration at the quantum level. The scanner measures these tiny vibrations with almost perfect accuracy. The results are then sent to a powerful artificial intelligence system. This AI processes the signals and builds a three-dimensional map of what lies underground. It can tell not only where something is, but also what it is made of. For example, it can separate the signal of a gold vein from that of a wooden beam or an open tunnel. What makes this technology even more impressive is its speed. Tasks that would take thousands of years for normal supercomputers are completed by the quantum AI in only a few hours. That means results come back almost instantly, allowing the team to scan wide areas without waiting for months of analysis. The combination of quantum scanning and artificial intelligence created a tool unlike anything used in archaeology or exploration before. It was precise, fast, and capable of seeing into the Earth with stunning clarity. For Oak Island, where hundreds of years of digging had failed, this was the first real chance to finally uncover the truth. The team was ready. The scanner was in place. But nobody knew what shocking secrets were about to be revealed in the dirt below. The scanning process and results. The experiment began near the Garden Shaft, one of the most studied sites on Oak Island. This was chosen because earlier tests had shown high traces of gold and silver in the water around it. The mobile quantum resonance scanner was carefully positioned on the surface, with its sensors directed deep into the ground. For 12 hours, the machine worked without pause. During this time, it sent subatomic particles through the Earth and collected trillions of data points. Every signal was measured, recorded, and sent to the artificial intelligence system for analysis. Unlike older scans that gave only blurry outlines, this technology created an exact picture of what lay below. When the process was complete, the AI began building a three-dimensional subsurface map. The detail was so fine that it could distinguish between stone, wood, metal, and even pockets of open air.
Gold. Gold.
Well, how about that? Gary can go do his gold dance. Found some gold.
You've definitely struck gold.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to say that's the first piece of verified gold.
What had once been guesswork was now being revealed with scientific precision. The results shocked everyone involved. For the first time in history, a crystal-clear image of the underground complex was revealed. What generations had only imagined was now visible in detail. The famous Money Pit was shown to be more than just a hole. It was the entrance to a massive, carefully designed multi-level structure. At the center stood a main vertical shaft more than 150 feet deep. Branching from it were sealed chambers and a network of tunnels. The AI confirmed that several of these tunnels were designed as flood traps, built to protect the treasure from intruders by filling shafts with water. The most astonishing find was labeled Chamber X. Located 200 feet beneath the surface, it appeared as a rectangular vault measuring 30 feet by 15 feet. The chamber was clearly man-made, sealed, and untouched for centuries. Its depth and size suggested enormous effort had gone into creating it. For the Lagaina brothers and their team, this was the discovery of a lifetime. After more than 2 centuries of failed digging and endless theories, Oak Island had finally given up its secret on a computer screen in stunning clarity. The underground map was incredible, but when the team saw what was actually inside those hidden chambers, they couldn't believe their eyes. Treasure inventory. The scan revealed a treasure bigger than anyone expected. There are about 60,000 pounds of gold and 100,000 pounds of silver hidden underground. Experts say the total value is in the billions of dollars. This may be the largest treasure ever discovered in history. The treasure was stored carefully, protected by tunnels and flood traps that stopped hunters for over 200 years. The treasure included many old and rare artifacts. There was a solid gold menorah, made in the style of the Second Temple of Jerusalem. Several clay jars were also found, similar to the ones used for the Dead Sea Scrolls. One of the most mysterious items was a wooden cup inside a lead box. It had traces of human blood, leading some to think it might be the Holy Grail. The vault also held a large collection of scrolls and manuscripts from different time periods. There were Templar archives, old banking documents, and even original Shakespeare manuscripts.
This rather incredible lot here, brought to us by the Books and Manuscripts team, which is of course the William Shakespeare folio, a fine and complete copy of the first collected edition of Shakespeare's plays.
Advanced celestial maps were found too, showing knowledge that seemed ahead of its time. At the center of the underground complex was a black stone sarcophagus. It was covered with different writings, Egyptian hieroglyphs, early Hebrew, and a Templar code. Inside was a human skeleton wearing a golden mask and holding a staff. Experts believe this could be a Templar Grand Master or an important religious figure. The combination of gold, silver, sacred objects, and rare manuscripts makes this treasure very special. It is not just wealth, it is also history, religion, and knowledge preserved for centuries. Oak Island, which many thought would never reveal its secrets, had finally done so. After more than 200 years of failed searches, this discovery changes everything. The treasure is huge, rare, and historically important. It proves that Oak Island was hiding something far beyond imagination. What was once a legend is now real, thanks to modern technology and careful exploration. Finding the treasure was amazing. But here's the crazy part. All those old clues that puzzled people for 200 years suddenly started to make perfect sense. Solving 200 years of clues. One of the oldest Oak Island mysteries was the 90-foot stone. Many believed it was a key marker, but its meaning was unclear. The quantum AI scan finally gave answers. It confirmed a large structural beam lay 40 feet below the stone's original location. The AI also detected disturbed soil and signs that objects had been moved over the centuries. This proved the stone marked more than just a hole. It pointed to real underground construction. The searchers had long wondered how the money pit stayed so complex and protected from water. The AI provided a complete map of the flood tunnels from Smith's Cove. It showed a sophisticated system using coconut fiber, charcoal, and eelgrass to filter water and prevent flooding. Analysis dates the construction to the late 17th century. This matches theories that the tunnels were built by the Templars or pirates. For the first time, the engineering genius of Oak Island's builders could be clearly seen. Over the years, hunters had found scattered artifacts, a lead cross, a crossbow bolt, and a Roman coin. It was never clear if they were part of the treasure or random debris. The AI solved that puzzle. It confirmed all these items were concentrated in the same construction layer, about 60 feet down. This proved the objects were intentionally placed by the original builders, not accidents. The AI gave historical context to finds that had baffled researchers for centuries. Dan Blankenship spent decades searching Oak Island. In the 1970s, his borehole came within just 3 feet of what the AI revealed as Chamber X.
I first became involved in 1965, and I've been up here steady since 1970 or so.
He spent a lifetime chasing underground tunnels and chests, often dismissed or criticized. Now, the AI scan validated nearly all his reports. His observations about hidden chambers, complex flood tunnels, and possible treasure locations were correct. For the first time, his years of work were proven right, giving him long overdue recognition. Through the 90-foot stone, the tunnels, the artifacts, and Dan Blankenship's insights, the AI connected centuries of clues. What had seemed like random hints now formed a clear picture. Oak Island's 200-year mystery had finally been solved. Every mystery piece fit together like magic. The treasure was real. The map was clear. But now came the hardest part of all: current challenges and future steps. Recovering the treasure from Oak Island is not simple. The main chambers lie about 200 feet underground. Digging that deep is extremely difficult. The soil is waterlogged, and the old tunnels were designed with active booby traps to flood intruders. Moving treasure safely will take a massive engineering effort. Experts estimate it could take several years and cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Even with modern technology, the excavation is one of the most complex projects in history. The Lagina brothers hold permits to dig, but the treasure's significance goes beyond their ownership. The Canadian government claims some parts of Oak Island as heritage property. International disputes may arise over artifacts with historical and religious value. Various religious groups have already requested access to sacred objects like the menorah or the lead cup. Lawyers predict this could become one of the biggest legal battles in history. Determining who legally owns the treasure and the artifacts may take decades. These challenges make the recovery process even more complicated, no matter how advanced the technology is. Not everyone believes the discovery. Critics argue it could be a hoax or a publicity stunt. To counter this, the results must undergo peer review with universities and scientific institutions. Transparent and bulletproof evidence is needed to prove the AI findings are real. Every artifact, every structure, and every metal deposit will face public scrutiny. Verification will be key to ensuring the world accepts this as a true historical discovery. The combination of deep excavation, legal battles, and scientific verification makes Oak Island one of the most challenging treasure hunts ever attempted. Even with modern technology, success depends on careful planning, expert engineering, and clear documentation. The coming years will determine if the treasure can be safely recovered, studied, and shared with the world. Oak Island may finally reveal its secrets, but only if humans can overcome both the natural and human-made obstacles standing in the way. Getting the treasure out won't be easy. Yet something even bigger was happening. This discovery was about to shake the whole world. Historical and cultural implications. The discovery on Oak Island is not just about gold and silver. It could rewrite the history of the Western world. For over 200 years, people have wondered what might be hidden there. Now, for the first time, there is evidence of artifacts, manuscripts, and sacred objects that may change how we understand history. The treasure includes what experts call lost history. Ancient scrolls, Templar archives, and original Shakespeare manuscripts contain knowledge that has been hidden for centuries. These items could answer questions about early trade, religion, secret societies, and the spread of knowledge across continents. If verified, they may resolve debates that have puzzled historians for generations. The religious and cultural importance is as big as the monetary value. The golden menorah, the lead cup with traces of human blood, and other sacred objects offer clues about ancient religious rituals. Scholars and religious leaders may work together to understand their meaning. The artifacts connect different cultures, showing how ideas and knowledge moved across time and place. The discovery also changes how we see historical engineering. The multi-level shafts, flood tunnels, and deep chambers show advanced planning and skill. Builders of the 17th century were far more sophisticated than previously thought. Beyond history and religion, Oak Island will influence archaeology, anthropology, and literature. Each artifact and manuscript may teach new lessons about human civilization. Scholars around the world may spend decades studying the findings. Oak Island is no longer just a legend. It is a real site of historical and cultural importance. The treasure and artifacts reveal connections between wealth, knowledge, religion, and history that were hidden for centuries. This discovery could change how we see the past and inspire future generations to study and preserve history carefully. Oak Island's secrets are finally coming to light, revealing treasure, history, and mysteries hidden for centuries. Stay updated as exploration continues, discoveries unfold, and debates rage. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe, like, and share to follow the incredible journey of the world's most famous treasure finally revealed.